They're probably closed right now.
What up, girl?
Waiting on Rodney.
Boy, that ain't new.
Well, let's go play a match without him.
Well, let's do it.
So, let me look and see how much this is.
What's up, Grim? Waiting on you, buddy.
Hi, Graham. Don't mind me, just chilling on the couch.
I've had 3 likes on this video already. I've had 3 likes on this video that I started 1 minute ago.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I've had 3 likes on this video already. I've had 3 likes on this video that I started 1 minute ago.
That's not bad. I need tickets.
Where are we landing, brother? Land towards... Oh, okay. Never mind.
Boy, say it. Where we landing?
You said Fortnite, boy. Let's go. Or Frenzy. Let's go.
Making sure. My mic was actually muted. I forgot, so my bad.
No, you're good.
I was saying.
I was trying to.
like,
I was trying to tell you what go to the other end because I was trying to post my stream, but I'll post it.
Okay. See, I heard you said land near, and I was like, no, just say it. But I was like, I finally realized my mic was on mute and you wasn't even hearing me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Can you stand up, Lucy?
Can I stand up?
Yes.
What do you need?
I think I said on the cigarette.
The cigarettes?
Because you would have to place it on my arm.
Boom. Or does it? No, those are empty. She's dancing like a stripper.
Hey! Pittsburgher! Knock the fuck out of you, boy.
Why are you talking to my booger like that?
Hi, dude! I thought we'd have these damn clothes in our lookout!
Yeah.
And where the fuck did that basket go?
You yelling at everybody.
Oh,
So you just yelling at everybody.
I ain't yelling at nobody goddamn except the booger. I ain't hurt.
Hey, I love you, bro.
Hey, how's you, bro?
You sure?
Yeah.
Good.
What?
I say, because sometimes I don't feel like it. Bro, I don't know why you would ever feel like I don't love you.
And I don't know why you never feel like I don't love you.
I didn't say nothing.
She said,
I really don't think anybody landed here, surprisingly. Wasn't that far off the route.
No, and it's usually a pretty popular spot. Boy, they knew I was landing here, though. They said, shit, I don't want to die already.
Right.
Swing those barn doors open.
Boy, fighting somebody?
Yeah, whole squad right here.
I got you.
I killed them.
Oh, the whole squad?
Yeah, they were
Boy,
just my decoys.
Oh.
I tried to throw them around you. You didn't even look at them.
I
And
heard
then
them.
I was like,
heard them, but I looked at my map and I seen that they were decoys.
oh, okay. I was trying to figure out. Then I was like, well, maybe I need to shoot at them. And he's like, you fighting? And then they fucking disappeared like as soon as you came back over here. So didn't even work.
Boy, I ain't no rookie. I know what a...
Well, I'm pretty mad about the John Cena match.
They've been giving him crap the last couple WrestleManias. Like, I'm tired of it.
Like, I actually wanted, like we know he's not wrestling a whole lot more matches. I'd actually like to see him fucking wrestle.
Oh, Rodney thinks it's great.
Fucking.
Rodney thinks it's great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, apparently he thinks John Cena's a bum, so he...
Yeah. Made the company more money than any other superstar ever has.
Yeah, fantastic fucking wrestler. Great fucking promo. And, you know, he's a bum. He wasn't even the hardest worker there was. Batista, the guy who quit WWE 3 times, is the hardest worker. That was in his list.
I know.
Like, you realize he's quit 3 times, Rodney? That's the hardest worker?
You could maybe make an argument for Randy Orton, but I don't know. I don't even...
I mean, no, you can make the argument, but, I mean, even then, Randy Orton is also, you know, fucking, at least now in his career, you know, with taking time off in different moments for fucking his family and stuff, and, like, that's understandable, he deserves it, but fucking, until John Cena, like, the last, like, 2 years ago when he really stopped wrestling, he didn't never take no time off, he was there every fucking week. Main event every damn week.
Like, he created the open challenge title match. Anybody could have done that. Nobody else did it. Yes, anybody could have done it, but nobody else was willing to do it.
Right.
Nobody fought for the belt every single week.
Boy, you found me a scar. Looks like you found yourself a scar.
Yeah, something like that.
Come on, sit here and lay down.
Also, my shit's being a little laggy, so like you should just be aware of that. It's not like bad, but it's just like lagging at certain moments.
I can't believe we ain't seen nobody yet. Not a soul.
Boy, I know. Kind of wild.
Dude, is that a llama on the side of the mountain? How you gonna get that llama?
Yeah. Well, you gonna get it. I don't know how. I mean, I got mats.
I got mats too. Let's go get it. I got an idea.
What are you doing?
I got an idea.
You got a launch pad or something?
Nope. I got a whole lot of mats.
Okay, what if someone shoots us down? You got an umbrella? I got one. I'll be alright.
I'm going to the bridge.
Oh. I was like, I'll be alright, but I don't know about you.
Don't get that.
Oh, it crumpled pretty damn fast. Luckily, I was by the water. I didn't die.
Woo! You just gave me really bad anxiety. Not gonna lie.
Who said it couldn't be done?
I don't know, boy. I throw me some mats. I didn't. I built pretty good way too. I don't need them all, but. Alright, well that's fine. Give me about probably what I use to get up here.
We got a launch pad now. I kind of want to use it to try to go find some folks. I just can't believe we really haven't ran into nobody, man. Screw it. You know where we're going to find people at? Lazy Lake.
Stop it.
Maybe.
We said that about Frenzy too, though, so. Here you come, boy. Dylan, get closer to me. Got something for you. Got a little present for you.
Well, I guess I can use that.
Ooh. I heard a rocket launcher. Was that you?
But where?
Oh yeah, that was you. Trying to. Oh shoot.
Oh! Bro, they fucking went off of you. They fucking double teamed me. They were running up. So I went out behind them, and when I went up the ramp, they were both ready with guns, fucking aimed and everything. Ooh, rocket launcher, bitches. Josh, you're trying to be sweaty. Oh boy, you better be ready for that shot. Oh, there's one. Oh, rocket launcher.
I hate
Fucking
rocket launchers, dude.
bitch.
Had to shoot 2 of them to get me. Rodney, is Rodney coming?
Well, I don't know. Let's just keep playing until he does. I mean,
Give me a second.
let
Let me post the stream.
Go ahead. I think I left my phone in there.
Going back to lobby, Dylan. Rodney said he's on.
No.
Boy, whenever these Cowboys do show up, either be tonight or tomorrow, we'll find out if they're serious or not. We gotta believe that they're probably like one of the better people in the league.
Yeah, because everybody's voting for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
That's kind of why I voted for Cards over 49ers. I think 49ers should win, but...
Yeah, everyone was going Cardinals, so I went Cardinals too. I was like, well, everyone else is saying it. I was like,
Right. I got an invitation from Grim.
No.
What's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Look, Melissa Dubzane's playing. Yeet.
Get out.
Dang, Dwayne said that no, he got all the way to the semifinals, and he said nobody tried to cheat him. I was like, you got lucky.
Oh, at some point in WrestleMania, Gronk won the 24/7 belt. I guess that's whenever I was out of the room.
No. Get down.
I didn't see it, but I did skip through the Street Profit match because I was trying to catch up to live.
Yeah, that probably happened around then.
I think it was after that. Yeah, they like chased dude out to the thing, and he jumped off the podium onto him and pinned him.
Man, I don't know how you really like that Firefly match, Rodney.
Oh, it was trash. It wasn't a match. That's my problem with it. I mean, it could have been really good, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was great, actually.
No, it wasn't a match.
Mind games is mind games. There wasn't even a ref involved.
The Boneyard match wasn't a match either.
Yeah, it was. Someone won that match.
Yeah, the Fiend won that match.
No, he didn't. He didn't win it. No one won it.
Well, John Cena, well, it was a match, but it's okay.
It wasn't.
So it's the exact same thing as the.
It wasn't. There was no fight. There was no fight at all.
But that's cool. I mean, that's y'all's opinion. That's how it is. People have opinions.
You also said Batista was a hard worker than John Cena. Batista only quit 3 times.
Yeah,
So how is he a harder worker?
Y'all are funny, dude.
It's hard. Yeah, I know it would be hard to argue with that. So I guess that's a good comment. Like, and I'm not even a big John Cena fan. Like, I like Cena, but he's never been like one of my like top favorite wrestlers. But just like, you know, like saying Batista's a harder worker is very not true at all because he quit every time things didn't go his way.
Why? Because you read that somewhere?
No, I watched him quit 3 times.
Now he went off to do other stuff. He made his image better, just like The Rock did.
And The Rock more or less kind of, you know, like kept a contract under WWE, and like it was kind of known that like he wasn't going to be like he would just come back for a little while and then he quit again. Like The Rock wasn't necessarily quitting.
If you go watch
he held
the
the
WWE Network,
contract.
WWE 24 on Batista, you'll learn a lot more about it. They actually have a documentary about it, so you can go watch it.
Well, you can put anything in a documentary. I can make a documentary about my life and just say whatever I want. Like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Not really.
There's facts behind it, though. But I mean, that's not even here nor there. I really don't care. That's my opinion. So.
Like, and when Batista was wrestling, he was one of my favorites. But I'm just not going to say he outworked
and just
John
like
Cena.
Just like I said, told Josh, if Brock Lesnar never left, then we wouldn't know who John Cena was.
I think
that's still debatable too. I'm not going to say John Cena would have made the name he did as quick as he did if Brock was there because Brock would have been the guy. But I mean, he did leave.
I mean, so basically, everyone first of all, y'all have an issue with him getting buried tonight, right? Is that the issue?
No. I have an issue. Look,
John Cena's not buried, though. I guarantee you.
What'd you say?
If Bray Wyatt would have won a fight, I would have been totally okay with it.
I'd bet money that John Cena will be back.
He'll have another match.
Like right after that, saying he's not going to be back for about a year or 2.
I mean, I could see him taking time off, but I mean, he'll have another match. I'm not mad that I'm mad there wasn't a fight.
I'd be willing to bet $20 he'll see WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that's a year away though. I'm glad. I don't see him until then. So.
Oh, I'm saying, like, I guess you read it wrong, because I was in no way expecting John to win. Like, John
No.
wants to put over Allen.
No. I didn't say I'm glad they did. Like, I'm glad he didn't get an offensive move in. Like,
But it wasn't even a match. That's like, okay, like, just
I'm
saying.
you gotta understand. Y'all keep saying that. I understand that, but if you go, I don't know how long you've been watching WWE, but this has happened before. Bray
Since
Wyatt
I
fought
was like
Randy
3
Orton
years old.
in a House of Horrors match.
No,
That was
I
not a
remember
match.
that. And I wasn't a fan of the House of Horrors because
Yeah.
it wasn't.
I'm saying
It wasn't good.
It's a Bray Wyatt gimmick. It's something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
But there was at least like fighting in it. It wasn't
about to say,
flashbacks of old
to me,
WWE
again,
stuff, the NWO and shit.
Again, it's
Eric Bischoff.
Again, it's opinionated, and I wasn't a fan of the House of Horrors match. I wasn't a fan of Bray Wyatt's property match. Like, I'm not a fan of it at all. Never have been, never will be.
I think they can be good. Like the Matt Hardy compound match when they did the Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt thing. Like there was a fight there and there was a winner. So that was cool. But the Boneyard match, same thing. Like there was a fight and there was a winner. There was no fight in this match. It was like
Yeah, John Cena got buried. Like,
well,
that's
buried maybe. It was more like just going through a pastime. Like I understood like what they were doing with Cena, you know, like I get it, but there was no fight. In other words, it's like
however, I did like the whole Dr. Thugonomics phase. Like I did like
the whole premise of it was him deleting John Cena from the wrestling world. That's what it was.
Yeah,
he deleted all his characters.
Okay,
Well,
but I guess
you're saying that, but they're saying it was, and you know that's them writing the script.
Right, but how many times have they changed their mind 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later?
I've been saying that's what they said though.
I agree with
that.
that.
Right now, they deleted John Cena from the wrestling world because of what he said. He said he wanted to move on and let a younger talent do his thing, so that they had to delete him from the wrestling world. So that basically, they said John Cena doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, John Cena's all like I guarantee you, Cena will be back. He'll have another match somewhere against someone.
And it would suck.
And like
too,
like Bray Wyatt's scene character obviously is one of the hottest things WWE has right now. Why they let Goldberg beat him clean, I have no idea. Why they let Goldberg win at all was stupid.
And that just makes all this even worse too. So.
Goldberg's trash.
There's people right here.
Goldberg's trash.
I'm glad that Ron destroyed that dude.
Yeah, no, I am too. Like I mean, I'm glad that the belt's I'm glad Drew won. I'm glad, I got a knock. I'm dead though from this guy way over here, but I knocked him.
But
I just would have absolutely rather there been a match. Like even if it because I knew the fire. Like after I saw the Boneyard match, I knew it was going to be like an edited cinematic match, and I was like, okay, those can still be fun. They can be good because the Wyatt. Or not the Wyatt, but the Matt Hardy reincarnation match that he had with Bray Wyatt was really fun, really good. The Boneyard match was fun, it was cool. It wasn't a match. It was just like going through a path through time, and it didn't.
I don't know, man.
It just felt very.
I tell you what confused me was, in all honesty, John Cena was never a part of NWO ever.
No. You know why they did that?
They were trying to write him off as Hogan.
Yeah, they compare him to Hogan in modern era.
And that's not a bad comparison. He's pretty, he is. But
I don't know. That's a terrible comparison for me.
Just it's not their wrestling styles. It's their more or less their character.
A couple years ago, that John Cena was supposed to turn heel and bring back the NWO. That's like another thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
John Cena turned heel has been a rumor for 10 years.
I'm saying they never went with it. So, but he was compared to Hulk Hogan.
Other than that, I didn't have much of a problem with WrestleMania. I mean, there could have been some matches they could have done better, like night one. You know, the first hour and a half of night one was pretty boring. But other than that, I thought they did okay with what they had to work with. But I was just like, man, if they could have made it a fight, it could have been a lot better. It would have. I mean, I've seen both people have mixed opinions. I went on there. You know, some people say that
I Bobby Lashley getting black masked in the middle of a spear. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I don't like that match because they didn't build for it at all.
Yeah,
I know they didn't. I know they didn't build for some other matches like Braun Strowman and them, but they haven't mentioned Black. They haven't not mentioned.
The thing about it is,
or Aleister Black for
the thing about it, right? The thing about it is, is if you look at wrestling now, there's not a whole lot of storylines in half the pay-per-views. Like at all.
But,
Like look at just think about like the Saudi Arabia matches. Never storylines in none of those matches at all.
Well, I hate every single one of those reviews. So
Yeah, so do I.
I
So do
didn't
I.
watch the last one.
because they just give legends the go ahead because the Saudi Arabian people love the legends,
Right.
and it's just like retarded to watch. It's like
I didn't even watch the last one, to be honest. I didn't even watch it.
No, I didn't. I mean, and it had a decent match card, but I mean, those things have always had like decent match cards, but then the matches get there, and the matches are awful.
I watch I follow a channel on YouTube, and he does like when there's matches like for WrestleMania, he does like what he would do to build it up, you know, and like what he do in the match, and he did the Firefly Funhouse match, and what he said, they did exactly what he said. I was like, how, like, you know, with John Cena coming out as the rookie and all that stuff. But you also gotta understand, like, with that. If it wasn't good, John Cena wouldn't have let it happen.
Well, I mean, I feel like there was a point to where they could think it was good, but it's not. I mean, it's gonna sit well with some people. Like it's really like some people love it and some people hate it. Like, cause I wanted to get opinions on it. Like, as soon as it happened, as soon as it was over, I went to wrestling pages, and some people were kind of like, "Oh, it was awesome because
Someone come get this guy as a one shot."
I got shotgun in the face, dude.
I think there's a guy upstairs. there's a guy upstairs.
No, he's coming right over here. I just saw him through the window. I'm about to go get him, actually. I'm not even gonna wait on him. No, he left. Okay.
I still think there's a guy upstairs.
Well, and a lot of people hated the Boneyard match. A lot of people just don't like when there's not when they're not matches.
I agree.
See, I would have been okay if it was a Boneyard style thing because there was like a fight and there was an obvious winner.
I told you there was a guy upstairs.
You just never came to support me, guys. There's two people upstairs.
There's a whole squad upstairs now.
I'm just saying, like, and people act like this is a new thing. Like, this stuff was happening in WCW. I remember when Sting fought Vampiro in a graveyard match. So
yeah, no, I remember that. Well, I don't remember it, but like I've heard about it before. Is what I'm saying. Like, I didn't hate the Boneyard match. And I think for Taker, it's a lot better for Taker because obviously he's old and not going to be able to keep up as well as Styles would have been. And at least that way they can stop and kind of let him catch his breath again and like let him look good because like he looked like he was in good shape in that, you know. And so it's good for him. But I just think like if they had done it that way with Cena and Wyatt and there would have been a fight and an obvious winner, it was just
they're barking at the bottom of the recliner. And now they're chewing on something.
I like there's some parts I didn't like in it, but I mean I overall liked it. I liked when they referenced WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
When he was regular Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah.
And he wanted John Cena to turn heel on him with the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that moment. But
the NWO reference, I don't like because not a lot of people are gonna get it. So,
well,
you gotta watch the whole thing. You have to be watching it for a long time to get that.
Most people should get it. Like the only people that probably wouldn't would be like the 15-year-olds and under.
And he's supposed to be Eric Bischoff. The cage when he was in the cage, that was
pretty good. That was hilarious.
So I read on Twitter, somebody said what he hated the whole thing. The only thing that made him like it was when the puppet Vince McMahon said this was good stuff.
Yeah. Real good shit.
That was hilarious.
It's like, yeah, you're happy your own stuff. That's funny. I personally think I would have booked it this way. I wouldn't even have had Wyatt fight John Cena. I'd have had Braun beat Goldberg and then in the main event, The Fiend versus Braun. Because they were.
I mean, that could have been fun too.
Like,
but
give the
then
title
again,
back to the
also,
Fiend.
it would have been really trashy because they obviously would have let the Fiend win, and Braun deserved that belt. He's deserved it for years.
I'm saying they need to give the title back to the Fiend. Like this whole
I like who holds him. Like I like Drew having it away from Brock, and hopefully Brock doesn't get a hand on his belt for a while.
I wonder who's gonna.
But and you gotta think if they can't get the belt to the Fiend now because of what they did with Goldberg, because it's just so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah,
now it's to where anyone can beat the Fiend. It's to where anyone can beat the Fiend now. Like why didn't Daniel Bryan beat the Fiend? You know, like. Because I never expected Bryan to win him because of like how they had him against Seth and everyone they had a face like he was unbeatable. And then Goldberg forbid and he wrecked him.
And for like he lost too at WrestleMania, which kind of made me mad. He hasn't won pay-per-view forever.
Yeah, Bryan. I don't know why they let him beat the crap out of Sammy, but they had him just lose the match. That was trash.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be weird for a while. Because apparently, like, Ford is getting to where you can't do anything, and that means they can't perform in the performance center anymore.
King Roach stole it. They had to make sure he got his stats up there for the stream.
Stole it. I hit 90. I hit him for 99.
But you saw me right there by him. I'd already been fighting him. Like,
Kevin Owens
it's cool though. I ain't mad about it. I just thought it was kind of whack.
A B for like so many times I was dying every time.
Other than that, I didn't think like it was an awful pay-per-view. I just wish there would have been a match.
That last man standing match was insane.
Otherwise, I really think John just shouldn't have been a part of it, like his original plan, which I wouldn't have even been mad about. If John just said, "Hey,"
he wasn't even supposed to be. Like if it wasn't, like if it was kept, if they never did the Goldberg, if it wasn't for Saudi Arabia,
yeah.
Like they wanted Goldberg to win for Saudi Arabia. You know what the WWE is gonna do? What they want? Because they're giving them bukus of freaking money. So
right.
But yeah, like I still think they would have had John Cena in WrestleMania though, even if like because they wouldn't have had him fight.
Oh no, the original plan was for him to fight Elias.
Okay, if I could have say he would have been in it, just not fighting Bray.
Yeah,
or
and
the
Fiend. I mean, I would have put as soon as I heard Roman was out, I'd have been like, "Oh, Fiend, you're doing Goldberg, and you're gonna beat him this time."
Right.
And we'll get John Cena, Braun Strowman or something.
I still would have hated for them to refight him and have him beat him. He just should have never lost to him.
Yeah,
it killed the Fiend's character. They're not going to be able to build it.
Because the next night he just addressed John Cena. He never addressed it. It's like he doesn't even exist.
Yeah, he just didn't care that he lost the belt at all. He was like, that never happened. I never lost a match. I never was a champion. That never existed.
Which then turns around and makes it to where that whole Seth Rollins feud is stupid, and then just goes downhill.
That's just like I mean, Seth Rollins is a really good heel, but they did it at the wrong moment.
Oh, I hate this. I didn't like this whole run. I like this first run, but not this one was lame.
Well, this one's being kind of tainted because they have him running in this weird clique. But I'm saying like as far as him being a heel, we know he can be a great one. Like he is.
Where is the?
I actually like the hype that I think that it's going to put behind Kevin Owens, because I think Kevin Owens is a great wrestler.
Oh, I love Kevin Owens just because he's funny.
He talks trash to people all the time. He'll talk trash to the fans. He actually yelled at me, so him and I are pretty cool. I already told you about that, haven't I, Rodney?
No.
Oh yeah, when I went to the WWE event in Little Rock, like 2 years ago. He had just got put through the table. It was like that fatal four-way match, and he just got put through that table. Well, he came out into the crowd like after the show went off air, and I rushed out and grabbed his shoulder, like being a fan, and he turned around and yelled at me. And it's cool because he was a heel back then, so he's supposed to like not be nice to anyone. He was not nice to me. He turned around and yelled at me.
That's what they do. They yell.
Yeah, I thought it was freaking awesome. I loved it. I was like, do it again.
I thought the Street Profits match was lame because there's no build for it. Because there's just two random wrestlers versus the Street Profits.
Yeah. Yeah, that especially being
it was supposed to be on Andrade, but he didn't want to wrestle at WrestleMania, so he's not really hurt, by the way, like they said.
Yeah, no, he failed a fucking substance test or whatever. They found like steroids or some shit in the thing.
Drop it.
So he's having to take him off. I like Andrade as a wrestler because he is a really good wrestler, but I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time buying into his promos, especially like when he's having around with Zelina.
He's not a good. He can't speak English real well. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
most people think that that's just a gimmick. No, he can't speak English very well. Like, it's not. Like, he's been in trouble a few times for not learning English.
Yeah, I think like I loved his like early like when he first came into WWE and him and Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio
but that makes no sense because Oscar don't know a lick of English. How is she not getting in trouble?
No, yes, she does. She can speak really good English.
So she knows English words. She still speaks like in a Japanese accent.
Just like Shinsuke does. Shinsuke can speak like perfect English, but he doesn't.
No, right now that's Asuka's gimmick is to speak in her native language. But like when she was the champion, she was speaking English all the time. Don't get me wrong, I still didn't buy her promos because they weren't great. Because it'd be like, "I beat you," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I was reading some stuff a couple months ago. Shinsuke's actually mad that WWE doesn't let him talk English much because he can really speak it real well.
Well, Shinsuke was one of the best. You know, like he was supposed to be coming out as like the best wrestler in the world when he signed with WWE.
Oh yeah, they kind of screwed him up. Like,
and then they finally gave him the championship belt, won the Royal Rumble, went on to WrestleMania, got the belt, and then it was, oh, I'm just going to start punching people in the balls.
Yeah, they ruined his character, and now he's with the stupid. Like, I don't like. I mean, it's just a mid-card group he's with, but I mean. Some of his matches in New Japan are like
the problem. Exactly. The problem with WWE is they're trying to do too much with too many people, and then they're burying people they already had storylines. Like everything's ending so quickly. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm actually not mad. A lot of people are mad Baszler won or lost, and I didn't care for her wrestling. Like in that match, her wrestling wasn't great.
Who?
It looked like Becky was more or less selling a lot of that.
Yeah, I didn't care for that match. I didn't care for the storyline or the build-up, so I didn't went through it.
Well, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Baszler should have won it. They're so stupid for letting Becky keep it." And I'm like, if you like watch the match, it really like Becky's more or less selling her moves, and she's not a great wrestler. Kind of like Rousey's a better wrestler than her, but even though Rousey's still pretty limited to the MMA style. But Rousey can like do the power slams and stuff like that. Baszler she's blotchy, man. I don't like her. I'm glad she didn't win the belt, and I hope she doesn't. She doesn't deserve it. But I'm glad Braun holds the belt. Now the only question is what are they going to do? You know, when all this COVID-19 stuff is over with, they're just going to like hand it right back to Roman because that was the original plan.
Roman's going to win it. That's what they're doing.
And that's what I'm saying. That was the original plan, obviously, with Roman taking it from Goldberg, but...
Or Braun have to go to SmackDown and beat him for it.
Yeah.
Like he did to Kofi, and then left right away.
Yeah, exactly. Lost to Seth Rollins, he's like, okay, well, I'll just, jump ship to SmackDown and take that belt.
Yeah.
I just loved it. They're like, we're going to SmackDown. And they're like, well, Brock... They're like, no other wrestler can just demand that, but Brock can, because he's Brock. I'm like, oh my god. And then the fucking 8-second match of Kofi Kingston jump up F5 over, and I'm like, okay. Like I knew he was gonna lose.
I love the 1 count kick out by Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew? Yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. I was like,
I'm used to like I used to hate all that, but now I mean they've built me to get used to his 5-second matches, so I'm just like.
Well, I just wanted the Kofi, like, it was a kind of a slap in the face to Kofi to have him lose off of 1 F5, like no kick out, nothing. Didn't even get in one offensive move. Like, I thought they were about to bury Braun at WrestleMania.
There's a helicopter up ahead.
Dude. Me too, actually. I actually thought it for a second.
No, Spears! I was like, they're gonna fucking have him lose.
But then I was like, there's no way he gets him up to the jackhammer because he couldn't even get the Fiend up to the jackhammer. And
no, he barely, he botched Bray.
I'm just like, there's no way. But like, I watched this guy on YouTube. His name is Simon from, he has a thing called What Culture, and he does like, he reviews stuff, and he's so funny. Because he was like, this match was like a WWE 2K match where all your finishers just start up. He's like, just store up your finishers and go at each other.
But I mean, it's the same point. That's all the Drew and Brock match was too, was finishers.
Helicopter on my marker.
Yeah. That's all.
F5, and Claymore.
Matches are as finishers. Like he can't.
Well, there's usually suplexes in there.
You can't. He can't.
Ever since he did those like 16 suplexes a scene a few years ago, like every time he gets in a match now they have him go like full on suplex.
John Cena's been married a few times in the last couple of years in a match.
Well, no, and more or less, like I said, like he's choosing to do that because he knows he's not going to be doing that full time ever again. And I'm okay with him losing.
He's only been. I'm coming. I'm behind y'all. I see him.
I'm on my way. I'm doing what I can.
I mean, I marked 2 launch pads for y'all to get
right
here.
I'm just.
Well, I got distracted by a purple XP coin. I got too low, and you know it.
To your left. To your left. To your left. To your left.
Oh, you're right. Oh, my bad. I'm just trying to bomb these guys.
I had fucking 2 guns. This is gonna be bad for Dylan.
So bad, dude. Like he can't even hit.
I just dropped the gun.
Lagging. Dang, he sucks.
Oh. I couldn't get them all.
But
I fucking could have probably got them all, but when I was fighting the first guy, I went to reload the gun and it dropped it for band-aids. I was like, what the fuck? I hit square to reload and it was like, pick up band-aids, and I was like, oh, so now I gotta go back for it.
I did tell everybody though, if the John Cena beat Bray Wyatt, I'll just delete my network. I'll just like cancel it.
No, I didn't expect him to win. I mean, if he would have won it, I mean, it would have killed his character more than if I would have killed. I don't know. I don't think they'll ever be able to do it again.
Like I told Josh, she shouldn't have lost to Cena the first time in WrestleMania 30. So.
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm even gonna, because he's one of my, he's like my top favorite wrestlers. He should have beat the Undertaker's streak, but we're not even gonna get into that.
I think the person that should have beat the streak was Triple H whenever he was in the Hell in a Cell and Shawn Michaels super kicked him and turned around for the pedigree. I think that's when it should have been.
I always say Bray Wyatt should have done it because it just makes sense. His character makes sense.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, he's more of an Undertaker at the time, was more an Undertaker type style character, you know.
He could have took it over and done all that stuff, and they just, pooped on it and gave it to him. Whatever.
But they couldn't have done it then because it just wouldn't have been believable. When they've had him lose to somebody else, like they should have either had him lose to the super kick pedigree, because at least then he would have lost in a dirty way, not a clean loss, or they should have just never let him lose the streak.
I mean, I just kind of like giving it to somebody that's already established. The whole purpose of it is to make you should make a young person, maybe not a rookie, but somebody that's just barely starting to beat it.
There's actually been speculation about that recently, about that not being planned. Hasn't been fully said. And they're like
concussion, so.
Well, and that was a part of it, is they were claiming like that. Like I said, it's all speculation. No one's confirmed it. No one's not confirmed it. Is that it wasn't supposed to end that way? It was more or less Brock taking the streak.
No,
and it wasn't planned that way.
Yeah.
Like I said, but that's not. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's just. There's been, some rumors by Paul Heyman saying maybe that's what happened, maybe that's not what happened. He's like, it's not my place to tell you, but, you could argue that's what happened. Damn it, she's a one-shot, Josh.
I gotta get
I'll probably
upstairs.
find out in the Undertaker documentary. Oh, he's bugged me?
But no, I just think that it shouldn't have ended, and if it did end, it should have went to Triple H with the super kick. Because it would have been a not clean loss, and it would have, at least then you could have argued like, oh, okay, it had to take someone interfering for him to lose.
Yeah, I just don't. Triple H didn't need it, so that's why. Where did he go?
Well, no, like he didn't need it, but I'm saying like as far as just a streak, they weren't going to give it to anyone that needed it ever.
They should have. I mean, they should have. Like,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying if it was someone who wasn't already established, they wouldn't let him win. Like CM Punk is also one that a lot of people argue you know,
I should have done it. Yeah, I would have liked Edge to do it back or Randy Orton.
Edge did do it. Edge pinned Undertaker for like 2 minutes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got you.
he was down for like 2 minutes before a referee got out there. Edge beat him.
I'd have been okay with Randy Orton doing it. I would have been okay with Bray Wyatt doing it because I didn't know who Bray Wyatt was and Randy Orton fought at WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, no, like they were known wrestlers. But
I'm being attacked.
Main was like Undertaker's streak. But honestly, I think once they got as far as they did, like once they got him to wasn't he went 21-1 when he lost. You know, he was 21-0 when he lost, right? Yeah. That's where they just shouldn't have let him lose it at that point.
He's 25-2 now.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, once he got to 21-0, there really should have never been anyone that beat him. And then that was like him losing the Roman. That was supposed to put Roman over, but I'm like, eh.
Ugh. I didn't like the. I mean, I'm not.
No, because they ruined that by letting Brock Lesnar beat him.
Exactly. It didn't make sense to give anyone else a win.
I mean, I'm not a Roman Reigns. I am, but I'm not.
I don't hate Roman like everyone else does, where they were like, oh my god, like he's trash. But I don't think he should have beat Taker at WrestleMania.
I thought, oh my god, he was trash before the cancer stuff, but now
I liked him before the cancer stuff. I mean, he was a part of the Shield, and you know, so like I liked him.
No,
I know a lot of people
I loved him.
Like he don't have a lot of moves.
One thing you're gonna learn about me is if we're gonna be friends for a while. Is I like the bad guys, like heels. I liked them in the Shield because they were heel. Like
my favorite wrestler is The Miz. I mean, I love heels if they're a good heel.
Yeah,
if they're a good heel.
The Miz is. Yeah, like I can go on and talk about how awesome he is, but they're trying to make him too like John Cena, and I don't like John Cena, so that just made me not like Roman Reigns. But then he came out with the cancer stuff, and it makes me give him a lot of respect because my mom had cancer, and I understand he's trying to perform.
I think Chris Jericho is one of the greatest heels of all time.
Yeah, I think everyone should agree with that.
I think Chris Jericho is one of the greatest mic talkers of all time, almost better than The Rock.
Yeah.
And he's reinvented himself more than anybody ever, and the AEW version of Chris Jericho is one of my favorites, and it's just like...
Here's the thing about Chris Jericho. He could go from everyone booing him in the crowd to everyone like he could go from cheering to booing in one sentence.
I watched that guy come out as a heel, not say any words, or come out as a face, not say any words, and become a heel as he's leaving.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like he can get everyone to hate him in a sentence.
I ain't gonna
lie, I love when he turned on AJ Styles. Even though I thought that was a good tag team, but
I don't think they should have made him a tag team. I think
AJ.
Yeah. As much as like I did, like obviously they worked well together. They're both phenomenal wrestlers, but they should have really let that be around more.
Like, let's go. The bad guy.
But yeah, no, I love heels like a lot more than I do faces because heels they're great on the mic.
But right before this night started, like I read a report Vince saying all the faces were gonna win because of the current circumstance, you know.
Yeah.
That he wants the good guys to win, and as I watch it, I was like, I'm like, yeah, that is true. The only heels that won were Sami Zayn,
Morrison,
and Bayley.
And Morrison won his belt in a weird way, but he.
So there were like 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna grab this guy and go pick Dylan up from the van.
That's just like Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank's always been said to not have any fans with it.
Yeah, they're not gonna have no tournament until August.
Oh, there's 2 people. There's 3 people here, and they're all Deadpool skins. Just get Dylan up. We're gonna go after you. Get Dylan up.
I'm right. The van's right there, brother. Yeah.
I got you. I don't have any.
Try to get the cornfield and do it.
Just go for it. Just go for it.
I'll come out with a pistol and just fucking try to start killing him.
Josh, what happened to your headset? Man, you sound like you're like far away.
My headset died. I'm talking from the camera. I'm gonna try to plug it in. Hold on.
Oh, that bitch just tried to rocket launch me.
rocket launcher with me because I didn't know she had a rocket launcher. So. This guy has a Star Wars skin. That's cool. I didn't know they had Star Wars skins.
That was from
they do.
That was from last season. That was
So
from
Rodney,
that was from the last season.
opinion on the last man standing match.
Oh, it was so best matches of the night, the Boneyard match for the first night and the last man standing match for the second night.
Yeah.
I thought the ladder match was pretty good too, but you know.
No, the Boneyard match should win. Match of the night. It was really. I thought they did it a lot better than what I was expecting, so I was happy with it. But my only knock on the last man standing match was it was so slow, and Edge actually is in good shape to where he can run a fast paced match.
Well, it was his first match, so they were trying to make sure he was all right.
Yeah, I get that. But like that was like all his stuff talking about training. Like he wanted to make sure he could go with anybody. He said he's in the shape to where he can.
I'm seeing a lot of people like not like the spot where they like Randy Orton hung him from the thing.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess people are babies now. He didn't really hang them. He just fucking.
I'd have liked it more if he would have actually hanged them.
Right. But
dude, when he
people are
could
babies
him,
now.
I thought he was like dying, dude. The way he was making sounds, I was like,
Yeah.
he could chirp. Like, it's so much funnier to watch it with no people because you can hear everything. It's just like,
Exactly.
there's no.
Well, that's like everyone hated the fucking Dean Ambrose and Kenny Omega match. Well, John Moxley, Kenny Omega match. You know, because it was so.
Oh, I love that. The
violent.
hardcore match, dude. That was.
Yeah, it was awesome. I watched it on fucking YouTube, like, cause I didn't pay for the pay-per-view, but like, whenever I heard about the match, like, I gotta watch this. It was an awesome match.
When I watched it live, and I've never seen like that's the like in the modern era, because I've seen ECW back in the day and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the best
like,
hardcore match I've seen in the modern era, because the glass.
No, it was without
like,
a doubt. It was very, very hardcore. I mean,
he put him in the freaking Boston crab on the glass.
Stuff.
I was like, that stuff's crazy.
But everyone hated that match. They're like, this is too violent. My kids watch this show, and I'm like, and they got to see something awesome.
They got to see what we got to see back in the day all the time.
Exactly.
That was a normal match in every pay-per-view. What are you talking about? I watched it before it died twice. So, what do you mean? I love McCoy, dude.
Oh, I beat a guy that had a shotgun, and all I had was a pickaxe, and I beat him.
Yeah, he sucks. Just kidding.
I jumped down on him with my pickaxe, and he shot me once with the pump.
I got 2 people down over here.
Got another kill. Now here we go. We're doing good now. Let's go. I got a pickaxe kill. I got a shotgun kill.
I'm also glad, like in the because I didn't like some of the stuff in the Firehouse match, but I like the part where he came back at John Cena for saying that he never worked for anything.
Yeah,
when he's worked for everything he's done. I was like, yeah, he has. Like, I didn't like that promo John Cena's on SmackDown, like saying that Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, saying like Husky Harris was. I think it was. Like, I mean, well, WWE cut it, so it may not have been planned, but like I thought it was like a good build to the match. You know, the way like disrespecting him, and it makes a good build. Because like I think. I mean, I won't say it was obvious, but I was almost 100% sure they were gonna, give the Fiend the win in that match.
I do agree. I would rather see the actual Fiend wrestle because he's a good wrestler. Like he puts on a good show. So,
yeah.
Like, and his character, he doesn't sell moves, which is one of my favorite things. Like he pops back up after he takes a move is my favorite.
I was about to like that too, boy. But yeah, I don't know. I think, and I still wouldn't have been good with the match because I just would have much rather seen a fight, and I would have been totally 100% okay with Cena losing the fight. I just hated that there wasn't really a match. But it really does kill that whole entire character just losing clean to Goldberg in a matter of seconds.
Oh, I said that from day one. Like I almost deleted the network then. I didn't, but because like I was like, oh, they gotta be doing something. But I mean,
The people that write the
Now that-
script aren't as good as they used to be.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know,
They-
what's
Well,
funny
and
about
also,
it.
They
anytime
can't-
they
they
make
can't
a good
ever-
script,
they can't
Vince will
ever-
step in.
They can't ever keep a good storyline ever.
It's not like Dylan said. It's not them. Vince will step in, and if you read stuff, he'll just rip
Right.
it up and write his own stuff. And because Paul Heyman is a writer for Raw, and Paul Heyman is one of the genius.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
greatest creative minds there is.
I agree with that.
And they fired Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff was a writer for SmackDown. I was like, okay.
There's people shooting up ahead.
Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman writing your shows is probably like
The best.
And people, and here's what I want to say. Like, Vince should know by now that he doesn't understand modern day wrestling because so many people trash him for what he does, and yet he's like, no, this is what the fans want. And it's like, no fans want that.
Yeah, no. Everyone wanted you to move WrestleMania. So what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It just
like
was-
and apparently
The
Brock
show
Lesnar
must
got,
go on. No, it don't have to, actually.
Him and Brock Lesnar got in a fight about it because Brock Lesnar was picking up for like the fans,
I need help.
saying that it's not fair.
I'm here, Josh. I'm going down now.
Where his opponent, his partner took off running.
The partner
Behind
hit
the
that
tree,
pad.
behind the tree, the tree.
I got him. He lit me up, so he's a good fucking shot. 31, 47. Oh, I'm out of bullets! Oh, I ran out of bullets. I don't know how much health he is, but I hit him for like 70.
Oh, not bad.
I still had
I-
96.
I didn't know.
I
there
went
was
to
two
shoot him
people left.
again, and I was out of bullets in that tactical shotgun. It clicked twice, and I didn't realize it was out of bullets until it was too late.
I didn't realize there was a whole squad. I only seen the two guys,
I didn't see the other person on the. I didn't see the person on the ramp. That shot
and
me.
I killed two of them, so I ain't even that mad about it.
Money in the Bank's gonna suck without fans too. I mean, they're all gonna suck, but
No, here's the thing. Here's my thinking on that. Here's my thinking about that. So they didn't do a 6-man tag team match because of the coronavirus. How are they going to do a 6-man Money in the Bank match?
And there's also there's also speculation that it was because Miz was sick, and they, you know, with him being sick, they didn't want, and it wasn't even COVID-19 sick. It was just sick, and they didn't want. Obviously, with being sick, it greaters your risk, so they didn't want to put him all in the ring with him. But at the same time, they're still trying to limit the amount of people in the ring too. So I guess they're just gonna kind of call like, we'll get over it. Money in the Bank. But then that's the case, you know, how much is going to change on the Money in the Bank card at the last minute? Like, are they going to have the match set, all the participants, and like 3 of them dip, and then you got to like add in like the Lucha Underground's in the match now? Oh.
What's going to happen is they're going to be like, you know what? This is how we're going to do it. It's going to be a triple threat, 2 triple threat matches, and then those 2 winners will go against each other in a regular ladder match, and then that person will be Money in the Bank.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, we're gonna have 2 Money in the Bank ladder match, boneyard matches.
Boneyard matches.
We're gonna pre-tape it, and then we're gonna get Goldberg the win in Saudi Arabia.
We'll give Goldberg the win. I mean, it could happen because Brock Lesnar wasn't in the Money in the Bank match when he won.
That was dumb, but whatever.
He just fucking runs down and grabs the briefcase. I'm like, oh, cool.
I'm like, who gives a crap? This dude just does whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Will you check the washer and dryer?
It's like we're like, finally he's done. Seth Rollins slayed him. He can go back to UFC. Nope. Instead, he fucking enters the Money in the Bank match and grabs the briefcase. And then it's the case. It's like, if he can do that, why can't any wrestler do that?
Ali deserved it.
Ollie was supposed to be champion at one point.
Yeah, Kofi took his spot because he got hurt.
Yeah.
Where are we going,
Yeah.
Slurpee or Holly?
He was supposed to win it at the Chamber.
Yeah.
Looks like
I
Holly.
I think
did.
Ollie's a really good wrestler. I also think it was too soon for him to be WWE champion either. I would like to see more build to him than, you know, than
Well,
just-
he's the
Chamber
hacker
match.
guy, so we're about to see him come back. He's the little hacker
Well,
guy.
they wanted him to be champion because they wanted him to go into Saudi Arabia or whatever, you know, foreign country like that he's native
Yeah,
with.
you know, they tried that with Jinder Mahal and it didn't work out so well.
Oh god, Jinder Mahal never should have been champion.
Yeah, I hated that. Hated that whole
And then
entire.
he held it for so long. I was like, is this joke over yet?
No, first of all, he held it for a long time, and he beat people clean. He beat Shinsuke clean. Like, I'm like, what? And he beat Randy Orton. I'm like, dude. What?
Yeah, and then finally,
And now-
Pajami prison match, and the Great Khali shows up and then doesn't return.
Now I don't know where he's at. So. I think
Thank God, I'm okay with him not coming back.
They might be trying to delete that whole thing from my mind, but because they try that stuff all the time. I'm just gonna delete it from your head, guys. But no, yeah, he's the hacker guy with like only the defaulted women.
Who, Ali?
Yeah,
That's who I think it is.
I'm about to start watching NXT. And AEW. I watch AEW all the time. That's not like, that's awesome.
I did watch AEW until we had to get rid of Hulu Live. AEW was a freaking great show. The reason why I loved AEW is their promos are still pretty freaking cool too, but they put on a good match no matter who was in the match.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of old WCW. Like old.
Because like WWE, they don't put on a good match very much often at all anymore.
The problem with WWE is they're consistent. Like they're
Do
what's the
what?
word I'm looking for?
Listen, I was trying to get Trent in here. Trent keeps sending me an invite and he's by himself.
They realize that for the longest time they didn't have any competition, so they really didn't care if you were going to watch it regardless.
Yeah, exactly. They just knew that they didn't have no one to compete with. And then, like, obviously, whenever AEW got around, they started to try to get a little bit more, like out of the
Thanks
PG
for stopping by
era.
the stream, guys. We definitely appreciate it.
Because they're like, oh, now someone can take our ratings, so let's try to get the fan what they want, but they're still doing a really bad job at it.
Yeah, they just
Except the Drew thing. The Drew thing was great. I loved the Royal Rumble because I was so glad that Drew won, because Drew is a freaking...
Look, I'm telling you, they were fine. They were in first place with the Fiend as champion. But when that stuff happened, they're like with Goldberg, they kind of almost threw it away. Like it's on the verge of being thrown away.
They just don't need to bring Goldberg back. First of all, Goldberg,
yeah,
he's
I
not
read
Goldberg
the thing
no more.
saying that he shouldn't bring him back. Like this should be his final time.
I don't
He should have
even.
never been
I don't even.
champion.
Yeah, but
So here's the thing: the fact that there was no build-up to that match, I'm like, well, Goldberg's not going to beat the Fiend, but I guess I was like, so. And then I didn't watch the show
build.
because I knew. I know that I didn't even watch the show, and then I fucking
after
read
Brock
like
Lesnar,
out of
after
that
Brock
night or next
Lesnar beat him
morning.
again, after Brock Lesnar beat him, he should have been done at
Yeah,
that
should have
point.
just been it.
Well,
Because
also,
at that
it
point,
makes me
I
mad
understood.
that he beat Kevin Owens for the title back in the day. Like,
Yeah, that's very true
like,
too.
Why WWE? Jesus Christ! Like,
But no, they wanted him to come back, and like I understood what WWE did. It kind of like paying respect to him when he came back to fight Brock. He's like, I want my family to see me be Goldberg. They never got to see that, so like I understood. But after that, there was no reason to come back after that. They got to see you be Goldberg. You got to beat Brock Lesnar pretty much twice, with the clean match and then the Royal Rumble, taking him out. And then, you had a fun little match with him at WrestleMania, and that was good. You should have just left, but no.
exactly. Like, there's no reason. That Fiend match was not even built up. Like,
And they were doing a great job at protecting the Fiend, having them beat everybody. They had a really fun Daniel Bryan rivalry, even though Daniel Bryan, had some really high moments.
That
he still ended
strap
up
match
losing.
was awesome. That was an awesome match.
they almost messed up, and they came back from. They almost messed up at Hell in a Cell with Fiend versus Seth Rollins. Like,
Yeah.
they got booed out of the building. Like,
Oh yeah, because that was a
It
shitty
was
way to
dumb.
do that.
first of all, you can't get disqualified in the Hell in a Cell, so that was I don't understand.
Got
So,
two
to
knocks
this
over
day,
here. I don't know who's
don't-
left, but I got two knocks.
I still to this day don't understand how that happened.
Oh, I see him. He's in the bush.
If I had a shotgun, he's dead.
I got no. I had a shotgun, but I got.
I just couldn't fucking hit her. I had to pull out a harpoon gun because my burst had to reload. I killed two people with a burst, and then all I had was a harpoon gun. I missed her the first time with the harpoon, but I mean,
But
I would have had her locked and loaded with a shotgun if I would have had a secondary gun.
now Brawl after Mania is gonna suck. It's usually really awesome.
Well, Brawl's been sucking because they're just showing old pay-per-view matches. They're barely doing any promos, barely doing anything with the wrestler. They do like one match, and then the rest is watching an old pay-per-view match.
Yeah, it's true.
How did I only have 2 bullets in there?
So it's been awful. Like, I was actually okay with SmackDown replaying, you know, playing some Blackpool match, but even at the same point, it's like, try to do something.
That was
like,
so
if you're gonna
trash.
stay on
I got stuck underneath the fucking thing.
Like, if you're gonna stay on air, just fucking do something with it. Either cancel, just say, hey, you know, due to protecting of our superstars, you know, we're gonna cancel the show till all this stuff is over with. And everyone would understand that. But instead they're like, we're gonna keep the show going, and by that we really mean we're gonna show you old pay-per-view matches you can watch on the network.
Because WWE's stupid. You know they're or not WWE, but Vince McMahon.
Like, just the fact, I mean, and WrestleMania ended up being okay, you know, with no
Going back to
audience. It
lobby.
still would have been a lot better live, but, like, they should have postponed it. You know,
Oh, yeah,
there was actually
till
speculation that they were still talking about doing it at the stadium, even with no one there.
Yeah,
But they were like,
they weren't. They're not allowed. They wouldn't let them. The city of Tampa wouldn't let them.
yeah. They were like, well, we'll still use the stadium and just have it empty. And it's like, what? Why?
No, you're not, because we said no. That's what I'm saying, because it's also in jeopardy. Like the rest of the shows, because Tampa is starting to say that you can't do anything now.
They got no travel at all. You know, it puts them in danger.
I'm talking about. I meant to say Orlando. Orlando is like they're starting to say that you can't use your performance center either. Like, so they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
AEW's having a hard time finding places to use their stuff at too, because they won't be able to use that gym anymore after, like, in the next 2 weeks. After that, they'll be completely on lockdown. They won't be able to travel to it.
Yeah, I think they taped a bunch of different episodes, though. That's what I think I might have.
But it's kind of crazy, man. Like, cause we've had these diseases before, man. It ain't just fucking shut down the world like it has. Freaking insane. But no, they should have just fucking said, hey, look, you know, due to our superstars, we want to keep them healthy. We don't want anyone to get sick. You know, we just won't be doing any shows till all this is over with. You know, and we'll schedule WrestleMania whenever we can make an exact date on it. And everyone would be like, cool, that's awesome. And, like, they wouldn't have had to, like, even rebuild the matches, because as soon as everything cleared, they could have been like, okay, we'll do WrestleMania and do, like, 2 or 3 weeks away, and then, you know, kill a couple more promos with people, but you wouldn't have to, like, rebuild the stories. You just kind of, like, take off where you left off at. Like, we all get that it's scripted, Vince. We all know it's fake. So it's okay if you just say, hey, we're going to, you know, postpone this scripted pay-per-view. What?
Come on, you dude.
Yes. She's nothing like a stripper.
You want me to do it just for an hour, or?
No, you just tell it to turn it back on. All my wrestling, or not wrestling, but all my football chats are muted.
Yeah.
Well, I just got in that league today. What time is it, babe?
11:30.
Boy, we running one more?
Well, I was going to try to get Trenton here, but we also still got to move around all the vehicles and crap. Like, we got a lot of stuff we got to do before we go to bed.
Boy, I'm off for tonight.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Edge thing. So
I want to watch that too. So yeah, we'll definitely get on tomorrow when I get off work. I'll hit you guys up.
all right, guys, later.
Later. Again, guys, thanks for joining the stream. For everybody that stopped by, seen a couple people stop by, we definitely appreciate it. We'll get some more streaming in tomorrow. We're up and coming and growing. We're doing the best we can. Appreciate all you guys, all the love and support. We'll see y'all tomorrow.